The rules of this game, long lost in the annals of history, had become the foundation of various religious texts. The aim was simple: learn to program reality for the greater good. But, as with all things, there were those who sought to bend this power to their own will. Harper's musings were interrupted by the sound of footsteps behind her. She turned to see her friend and unrequited love, Finn Gallagher, approaching. His rugged features were softened by a crooked smile that never failed to make her heart skip a beat. Finn was the town's detective, a role that seemed almost anachronistic in their post-apocalyptic world but was vital for maintaining order amidst the chaos. "Any sign of trouble?" Finn asked, leaning against the crumbling parapet. Harper shook her head. "No, but I can't shake the feeling that something's coming. The stars, they've been different lately." Finn followed her gaze to the night sky. The stars, twinkling like distant beacons, were actually other games being played in far-off galaxies. "You always say that," he teased. "Maybe you're just looking for an excuse to stay up here and brood." Harper chuckled despite herself. "Maybe. But seriously, there's been talk of a new faction forming. Some say they're from the island of robots. Others think it's the cyborgs trying to expand their territory." Finn's expression darkened. "Either way, it's bad news for us. We can't afford another fight, not with our resources stretched so thin." Their conversation was cut short by a sudden commotion from below. Harper and Finn exchanged a worried glance before hurrying downstairs. They emerged into the villa's main hall, where a crowd had gathered around a bedraggled figure. It was Lian, one of their scouts, and she looked like she had been through hell. "What's happened?" Harper demanded, pushing through the throng. Lian gasped for breath, her eyes wide with fear. "I found them, the new faction. They're not like us. They know how to manipulate the game. They're coming for us, and they're bringing something powerful." A murmur of dread rippled through the crowd. Harper felt a cold knot form in her stomach. The rules of the game had always been shrouded in mystery, but one thing was clear: those who could program reality had the ultimate power. Finn placed a reassuring hand on Harper's shoulder. "We'll figure it out," he said softly. "We always do." But as Harper looked into his eyes, she couldn't shake the feeling that this time, things were different. This time, the game was about to change in ways they could never have imagined. And amidst the looming threat, Harper couldn't help but wonder if her unspoken love for Finn would ever have a chance to blossom in a world teetering on the brink of chaos. After the crowd dispersed, Harper and Finn led Lian to a quieter room. The scout, still shaken, was seated on an old wooden chair. Harper handed her a cup of water, which she drank greedily. "Tell us everything," Finn urged, his tone gentle yet firm. Lian took a deep breath. "I was scouting near the old railway station, the one that's mostly underwater now. I saw something unusual movement, but not like any animals. It was too coordinated. I hid and watched. That's when I saw them. They looked human, but there was something off. Their eyes, they glowed with an unnatural light." "Glowing eyes?" Harper echoed, exchanging a worried glance with Finn. "Could they be cyborgs?" Lian nodded. "I think so. They were carrying strange devices, and I saw one of them manipulate the air around him. It was like he was bending reality itself. And then I heard them talking. They're planning something big, something that involves the entire town." Finn frowned, deep in thought. "We need to know more about these devices and how they can manipulate reality. If they can do that, they have a huge advantage." Harper nodded. "We need to be prepared. Lian, thank you. You've done well. Get some rest." As Lian left, Harper turned to Finn. "We need to find those ancient texts. There might be something in them that can help us understand what's happening." Finn agreed. "I'll start gathering a team to search the archives. In the meantime, we need to strengthen our defenses and warn the rest of the community." The next few days were a blur of activity. Harper and Finn worked tirelessly, coordinating efforts to fortify the town and gather information. The atmosphere was tense, but the community rallied together, united by the common threat. One evening, as Harper was poring over a dusty old book, Finn approached her with a concerned look. "Harper, there's something you need to see." He led her to a secluded part of the villa, where a group of townspeople had gathered. In the center of the room was a strange device, unlike anything Harper had ever seen. It was a sleek, metallic cylinder with intricate patterns etched into its surface. "We found this near the old railway station," Finn explained. "It was hidden under some rubble. We think it's one of the devices Lian mentioned." Harper examined the device closely. "It's definitely advanced technology. But how does it work?" One of the townspeople, a young woman named Mai, stepped forward. "I've been studying it. It seems to respond to certain commands, almost like a computer. But the language it's using is ancient, something we've never seen before." Harper's mind raced. If we can decipher this language, we might be able to understand how they're manipulating reality. "Mai, can you continue working on this?" Mai nodded. "I'll do my best." As the group dispersed, Harper felt a sense of determination. They were facing an unknown enemy with incredible power, but they had one advantage: their unity and resolve. She glanced at Finn, who gave her a reassuring smile. "We'll get through this," he said. "Together." Harper smiled back, feeling a glimmer of hope. They had faced many challenges before, and they had always found a way to survive. This time would be no different. Days turned into weeks as the community worked tirelessly to prepare for the impending threat. Harper and Finn were constantly on the move, coordinating efforts and gathering information. The device they had found was proving to be a complex puzzle, but Mai was making progress in deciphering its secrets. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the town, Harper found herself on the rooftop once again. The stars were just beginning to appear, twinkling in the dusky sky. She leaned against the parapet, lost in thought. Finn joined her a few moments later, his presence a comforting familiarity. "Penny for your thoughts?" he asked, leaning beside her. Harper sighed. "I'm just thinking about everything that's happened. It's hard to believe how much our lives have changed. Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever find a way to truly understand this game we're living in." Finn nodded, his gaze fixed on the horizon. "It's a mystery, all right. But I think we're getting closer." Mai's made some breakthroughs with the device. She thinks it might be a key to unlocking the programming language of reality. Harper turned to him, her eyes wide with interest. "Really? That's incredible. If we can understand how to manipulate reality, we could have a real chance against these factions." Finn smiled, his expression softening. "You're amazing, you know that. You never give up, no matter how tough things get." Harper felt a warmth spread through her at his words. She reached out and took his hand, giving it a squeeze. "I couldn't do it without you, Finn. You've always been there for me." Finn's smile faded slightly, a shadow passing over his face. "Harper, there's something I've been meaning to tell you."